I may have said this before, but part of living in the city is that it's just loud all the time. There's always planes going by, or trains, or buses, or a house full of kids playing Fortnite. It sounds like they're actually killing one another in there. Here's the plane now, so just a moment. Alright, so today for Teacher Tip Tuesday, I just really wanted to, I found this video the other day. It was a teacher tag that I did a while ago with a bunch of other YouTubers, and I'll link the whole video down below, so in case you want to watch it, or if you want to link onto their videos and see them as well. Some of the questions I got revolved around, what did I regret in my first year teaching? What do I wish I knew before teaching my first year? And what, changes would I have made in that first year teaching? And I just thought this was good stuff to start thinking about at this time of the year. I think this time of the year is a time that I usually reflect on a lot of what I did this year. I reflect on how things went, how I would have liked them to have gone, and then what do I do with that information going into next year? And I really treat this time of year as sort of an experiment. I try new stuff. I see what's going to float for next year, or what's a thing I thought about trying, but just give it a shot because it's close to the end of the year and maybe it doesn't work, and who cares if it doesn't, because you just learned from it. But maybe it does work, and then you have this exciting new thing to look forward to doing full scale next year. So here's this week's Teacher Tip Tuesday. What's your biggest regret from your first year? Biggest regret? I don't know. I don't do regrets so much. If I was going to do something different, I think I would do what I tell all first year teachers to do differently. To just go 100 as soon as you're starting out the year, and not wait for the right time, or for your tenure to get kicked in, or for you to gain acceptance amongst the staff or something like that. Be the teacher you always wanted to be right now. Don't ever put it off. You will get comfortable putting it off. You will get comfortable not doing it, and then you lose it, and before you know it, it's harder to start then. Just become the teacher that you always wanted, and I don't know, and the hell with what everyone else has to say about you. You'll become known as the crazier teacher in a good way, and then you just win every year after that because you just become known as that person. Numero 4. What is something you wish you knew before you had started teaching? I wish I knew a lot of stuff. I wish I knew that kids weren't going to do their homework, and that students weren't going to be interested in stuff just because I was. That it actually takes time to become a good teacher. It takes time to get to know your students. It's really worth your while to get to know your students, no matter what anyone else says. It's good to make friends when you start teaching, and not just sit in your room in a bubble and only know the students, or just be all by yourself. It's okay to throw out assignments. Yeah, it really is. It's okay to throw out assignments. You don't have to grade all of them. It's okay. They'll still learn. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to smile before Christmas. It's okay to be close to students and not worry that you're going to become their friend instead of their teacher or their mentor. It's okay to disagree with your superiors. It's okay to be awesome. Be as awesome as you can from the first day. I think I already said that, but I think it's that important. Make your room look the greatest. Make your lunch the greatest. Make your clothes the greatest. Make your relationships with the students the greatest. Your projects the greatest. Your homework the greatest, your books that you pick to read in class the greatest. Be the greatest. And the last question, what advice would you give to a first year teacher? I would give all the things I just said in number 4 as my advice, but I would also say this: teaching is a craft. It takes time to get good at any craft. So whether that is learning how to play the drums, learning how to sew, learning how to bullfight. I'm sure there's a lot of bullfighters out there. Regardless, you don't just go into that bull ring and fight a bull the first time and it's super easy and you crush it. It takes time. You get hit by the bull sometimes and you gotta keep coming back. I don't really know why I'm going with this bull metaphor, but that's what I'm going with today. Be kind to yourself. Take your time. You'll have to do this a few years before you even start feeling better about what you're doing. And maybe some of you will hit it off that first year and you feel great about your teaching experience, but there's a pretty good chance that a lot of you within that first week, first month, first year are gonna feel like crap and like you don't know what you did. Like, why did you ever get into this profession? It's all right. And that's it for this week, gang. I hope you have a great rest of your week. And so 2 quick things for you before you leave. If you have any further questions, you can either show up on Sunday nights, 5 p.m. Eastern time. We do Teacher Talk Sunday night live thing. I forget what the heck we call it. But anyway, we do a live feed on Sunday nights where I answer all of your teacher questions. Or you could join us on the Facebook group, Real Rap With Reynolds Teacher Talk on Facebook. The link to that is below also. And then that way you can just put questions out there in a closed Facebook group so that, parents aren't seeing it and other teachers from your school and your students and stuff. It's a more private affair for those that want to be part of it. That's it, gang.